Hi, I'm Dr. April, an educational trainer and test prep expert with Study.com. If you're struggling with vocabulary and fluency competency on the Praxis 7002 Elementary Education Teaching Reading Exam, this video is going to change everything for you. Today, we'll be going over questions about vocabulary and fluency, which can be tricky on the exam, but with the right strategies, you can tackle them with confidence. Let's get started. So, which of the following strategies is most effective for helping students develop both receptive and expressive vocabulary? A, teaching students to summarize definitions for each new vocabulary word. B, providing students with opportunities to use new words in both spoken and written contexts. C, focusing exclusively on content-specific vocabulary during reading comprehension instruction. D, give students a list of vocabulary words to match with pictures. We're looking for a strategy. It also says it needs to be the most effective. The students need to develop it. It needs to be receptive, meaning understood, and expressive. They need to use it, and the context is vocabulary. Now, when it says teaching students to memorize definitions for each new vocabulary word, when I think about memorizing definitions, I immediately go to most effective. So we're going to go ahead and slash the trash on A. Providing students with opportunities to use new words in both spoken and written contexts. Develop receptive, expressive, and vocabulary. So with this one, I would say that they're going to use new words in spoken and written contexts. So to me, that sounds like we're very close. It looks like we're getting close to the answer choice. I'm going to give that a question mark. I got a couple questions. Maybe that's the one. Let's take a look at C. Focusing exclusively on content-specific vocabulary during reading comprehension instruction. So exclusively doing that. So there's no other way but this one. No, it can happen in any context. So we're going to go ahead and slash the trash. Giving students a list of vocabulary words to match with pictures. I would definitely say no, because matching vocabulary words with pictures really won't allow them to get a chance to have them to be understood and then also used. So our best answer choice is B. Which of the following vocabulary instruction methods is most appropriate for teaching high complexity academic vocabulary to upper elementary students? A, asking students to guess the meaning of words based on context alone. B, encouraging students to look up each new word in a dictionary during reading. C, teaching vocabulary words by having students memorize a list of definitions. D, teaching new vocabulary words with direct instruction, providing both definitions and examples of how the words are used. Now let's go to that question and dissect it some. So let's see. It says, which of the following are vocabulary instruction methods? Okay. Now let's go to A. Guessing doesn't sound like it's a part of the science of reading. B, encouraging students to look up each new word in a dictionary during reading. Okay, so the only task that the students will participate in is looking up new words. But are they ever discussing them? Are they using these words? They really aren't getting an opportunity to really dive deep into these words because they're just looking them up. Doesn't sound like the science of reading to me. C, in our previous question, we heard the word memorize, so we know that that's not a part of what we would do as a best practice in teaching vocabulary. Now, let's take a look at D. This is the only one we have left. Now, these are things that teachers would do because it says vocabulary instruction method. What would you do if you were standing in front of the classroom with children to learn high complexity academic vocabulary in upper elementary classrooms? So you would definitely want to do what the science of reading says. You want to provide direct instruction. Direct instruction is the same as explicit teaching. So that's one of the reasons why we would definitely want to hit D. Which of the following is a primary benefit of teaching students word learning strategies like using word parts, prefixes, suffixes, and roots? A, students will be able to memorize an infinite number of vocabulary words. B, Word learning strategies make vocabulary learning more difficult by requiring deeper cognitive engagement. C. Students will be able to independently deduce the meanings of unfamiliar words when they encounter them in reading. D. Students will only need to memorize definitions and will not need further practice with new words. Let's start with A. So the primary benefit is that they're going to memorize some words. Word learning strategies make vocabulary learning more difficult by requiring deeper cognitive engagement. So let's go ahead to C. They'll be able to deduce the meaning of unfamiliar words when they encounter them with reading. So now that sounds similar to me when we say that we want students to be able to read a word and understand it because they can see the parts of the word in it. And if you know the parts of the word, then you can read it. So this is an opportunity for students to be able to break apart words and see the word parts in them, such as prefixes, suffixes, and the root words. Looks like we're getting close. Let's give that a question mark. And then there's D. Students will only need to memorize definitions and will not need further practice with new words. There's that key word again, memorize. And that's something we really don't have students to do when we think about reading education. So based on where we are with this question, we would go ahead and say that C is our best answer choice. Which of the following statements best describes the relationship between fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension? A. Fluency is unrelated to comprehension. Absolutely false. Students can comprehend a text without being fluent readers. We can go ahead and slash the trash on that one because that is not one of our components of reading and the way that it works. B. A student's fluency in reading does not affect their ability to understand and remember vocabulary. That's definitely false because fluency and vocabulary work together to help build a fluent reader. C. Fluency is less important than vocabulary. And then we know that's not even true. They all work together. And our last one is D. A strong vocabulary supports, look at that, lifts up fluency, which in turn aids reading comprehension by enabling faster, more accurate decoding. And that is our best answer choice. It is D. Wow, we got so much done today. For more practice, check out our Praxis Elementary Education Teaching Reading Subtest 7002 playlist. And for even more detailed practice strategies and customizable test materials, head on over to study.com. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to get all of the latest Praxis test updates. Thanks for watching and happy studying.